Just makes me think, what if somebody farts in the water?
Yeah, because, oh my God, I'm about to call you out too, because we went out to brunch. And we both had to fart, but apparently mine were like silent and not deadly. Apparently hers did some damage to her pod. Hey Chasers, welcome back to a special edition of the Chasing 100 Club podcast. It is Mercedes and...
It's Telanna. Oh, Mommy Telanna, my bad.
Mama Telanna. Yeah, pick what your name is, ma'am. But we recently went to a Float 8 experience in a sensory deprivation pod, which Mommy has been doing for a little bit. And this is my first time, and I loved it.
You're welcome.
Loved it always. So we figured we could do like a really special, maybe quick. I feel like when we say quick, it's not going to be quick, but let's see how we do. And we're going to talk about our experience with Float 8 / a sensory deprivation pod. Yay!
Yes, I'm excited.
So if you're new here, we generally talk about our biggest 100 goals and things that we're doing in our lives to bring those to fruition or where we are in that journey. And a really big like trend is like taking time for self-care and to experience joy and peace. And so I really felt like this topic had a lot to do with all of the different things that we've been doing to take care of ourselves. So I think at this point, Mama Telanna, you should tell us about like how you discovered like this thing and like why you do it. Like, go for it. Is that too big of a topic?
Thank you. No. Okay, I think it's great. And that's how I did find it, because when most people, I'll rewind a little bit, because in the beginning, when most people were talking about self-care, it was all about, go get your mani, your panty, your Lord have mercy, your manicure.
Say it again.
Pedicure. I know, like, see, that's why I shouldn't be abbreviating anything. Go get your mani-pedi. That's what a lot of self-care talk was around for women. Or go get your hair done, or go, one of those things. And then it kind of evolved into, okay, taking care of your health is healthcare. So we dove into...
Wait, you said taking care of your health is healthcare.
Yeah, taking care of your health is self-care.
There you go. I was just, too
much rhyming, too much.
It's too many words. It's okay. I just didn't want people to be like confused. Like, she just said health is healthcare. Duh.
Yeah,
okay, sorry.
I know. It's like,
I'm sorry. I'm done.
Too many words. So, then the healthcare started to become self-care. So are you making those doctor's appointments? Are you going to the dentist? Oh, sorry, flashback. Are you doing those, annual checkups and your mammograms? And so one of the things that I started looking at, because I am not a mani-pedi type of gal. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, but it's not something.
You want to tell us why? No, I'm just kidding. Let me not.
Mostly because I don't want nobody touching me. I know, weird, right? Yeah.
I was going to say because you just ripped them off before you could get in there, but that
is too. But I just don't like. I mean, I don't like people touch me. Even when I went to cosmetology school and to get my nail technician license, I just didn't. And in school you have to do it on each other. I didn't want anyone touching me, and so I'm kind of the same way with massages too. I will do them, but it's not at the top of my list. It's more maintenance than, hey, come here, let's relax. So
that makes so much sense of why you like the Float 8, because nobody's touching you.
No,
but it's just as relaxing.
Although when we did get there and you was like, I didn't know there was a pod where 2 people could go in. Horrifying. Like,
I know.
Don't come for me.
Okay. I was thinking about that for me and Brandon.
Ew.
I'm fully aware that you would not want to be in a pod with me.
No.
You're welcome.
I don't know why anybody would want to be in a pod with anyone, to be honest. But whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I think I would have to do it to see like if I liked it or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I have this vision of like crashing into them as you're floating and, messing up the atmosphere and the experience. But
Yeah.
I digress. But
Okay,
anyway,
cool.
like I said, the reason why I was looking for this is because I was looking for things outside of the normal quote unquote self care things. And
Mhm.
this is something that I had seen a while ago and it just kind of floated away. And then uh, last year before my birthday, I saw a Facebook ad. You know
Mhm.
how Facebook stalks you with the stuff that you didn't know that you needed?
It's kind
Uh,
of good
it is
sometimes. A little
sometimes good,
scary.
sometimes good. And so I saw a Facebook ad and they said, hey, they had good targeting ads though. I always love when I get targeted by ads for my birthday. So
Yes.
their ad was a targeted ad for your birthday and you got 40% off. And so I was like, girl, this is it. This is the moment. What
Gotta
God
do
has for you is for you. Like he knew that this was in your spirit a while ago and you forgot. And look, he just presented it right here because knows that you need to relax. Hey y'all, Mama Telanna here. Have you been feeling tired of feeling like you're just stuck in a rut? Are you struggling to achieve your goals? No matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to stick with it. Do you find yourself constantly self sabotaging and getting in your own way? Look, my mission here at Purpose Minded Woman is to help you take ownership of your life and begin to live with intention. And it starts with breaking free from the negative behavior patterns that are really holding you back, okay? To help you get started, I created a free resource, 6 simple steps to stop sabotaging your success. It is a powerful tool to help you identify the obstacles that are really getting in the way of your dreams. It's time to break free from your self sabotaging habits and behaviors. And with this guide, you'll have the solutions you need and the implementation steps you can take to take action and control your thoughts so that you can begin to exist at your highest level. Get it now while it's available at purposemindedwoman.com. And so,
Okay, wait. I
yeah,
didn't know that you had been wanting to do that for a while.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
I did want to do it for a while, and then I kind of forgot about it as we do. Well, I don't forget about these things now because I have a Notion board for this type of stuff. There's my
Okay.
Notion plug.
I
And
know every
so,
time.
yeah, I had forgotten about it. And there it was, and I jumped on it. I was like, this is something I want to
This is
try.
my time. Look
Yeah, it's
at
like
God.
it's I know, right? Kind of
Okay,
like my
cool.
parking spaces. Um that's a whole nother story, but anyway.
It is.
But yeah, so I jumped on it and then as soon as I bought it, I was like, oh darn. I got like
This is now an
nervous.
expensive self-care habit.
Well, it wasn't even expensive. It was just like the uncertainty of like, what are you getting yourself into? What if you drown,
Oh,
girl?
okay. Floating. Yeah. No, I get it though. Can
Yeah.
you imagine like I mean cuz it I do think like it would be really hard to drown in there. Okay,
Yeah.
so my next question for you cuz right, we're talking about floating, float 8 sensory deprivation tank pod, whatever you want to call it. So, for anyone who has watched Stranger Things, like, oh, mommy, it's in Fringe too, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you've
Yeah. Which
seen,
is probably where it was, where I originally got it from, Fringe.
yeah, you're welcome. So, anyway, so if
Thanks.
you've seen, if you've seen Stranger Things or Fringe, it's that like pod that they're like floating in so they can do like their psychic stuff.
Well, I didn't get
I
no
think that's
psychic
in Fringe.
downloads,
We didn't get
so
any psychic downloads, but I think, mommy, you should tell them a little bit about like what it actually is. Like, what do you do? What's the experience?
So I will say, so let me first start off by saying the location that I went to is
Mm-hmm.
called Float 8. So in your city there, if you're going to start looking this up, you're going to either be looking, well, you're going to look for sleep, I'm not sleep, sensory deprivation pod or float experiences. If you've got Groupon, I think I've seen them on Groupon as well. So just want to clear that up. That the
Mm-hmm.
place that I went to is called Float 8. The experience is not Float 8.
Yeah.
Um, so it's very interesting. I like a week before I went, they sent you out all of the videos from that they have on YouTube for you to check it out and see what it's like. I was really interested in going because I was thinking it was going to be kind of like meditation, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have the opportunity to quiet your mind, and as you know, like one of my top 100 goals is always chasing quiet time.
On the
You
list.
know, quiet time to think and just be, right? And so I was like, oh, this is a great opportunity for me to be alone and just be quiet, be still, and
If you
just be
wanted to get
present.
away from your family, just say that. I'm just kidding.
Well, of course, it's not like I don't tell them. That's why I check myself in hotels, but that's another
Yeah,
episode.
sorry. Go ahead.
Um, and so when I first went in there, they give you the walkthrough and you just go in there and it's like, yeah, it's like a pod. It looks like a big egg. Okay.
It does look like a alien spaceship
It
egg.
does. It does. It looks like I can't even really think of what that movie is where like the lady comes out of some lava looking thing. Well, anyway, but it
Are
just
you
looks
talking
weird.
about Fifth Element?
Is it Fifth Element? I should know that because Kevin has watched that like 20 million
Please.
times.
Okay, we're not. We'll fact check this later.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna fact check it while you keep going. Keep going.
I don't know, but that's what it looks like when you first see it. The water's really still. The room is very, it's dark. It's a great mood. One of the things that they recommend is that you do not eat a heavy meal afterwards. One of the things that they also didn't recommend, I got so thirsty when I was in the tank. I don't know why. Every time I go, I get really thirsty. And so this last time I had intended to just have a little small cup of water in there on the shelf and I forgot again. So,
Oopsies.
yeah. So the interesting part is now some people might think that this is a little bit weird, right? Because first of all, before you go there, you have to shower, and that's not weird. You have to have clean hair. So that means for especially like you and I, we're natural hair.
The
We have
struggle
product
is
in
so
our hair.
real.
And so in the beginning, I was like, well, this isn't going to be a once a month, every other week type of thing. Because I'm not trying to deal with my hair like that. Because in the tank is salt. Okay. And that salt will be all over you for days, all over you. And one of the things that my kids, I don't know which one of y'all, was like, you should get a swim cap.
That
Why I
wasn't
didn't think of
me.
that, I don't know. But it was the best thing ever,
It was
except
probably KJ. He is the most logical of the three of us.
that is true. Except the first swim cap I got was too big and the water,
It's okay.
the
You're there
salt got
now.
all in my hair. So here's the funny part about it though. When you get in the tank, so I usually do 60 minutes. I recommend your first time that you do 90 minutes. Why? Because it's going to take you about 30 minutes just to get used to being in the tank and just trying to calm your mind about the fact that you are in a tank. The thing is closed. You can have the lights on or off. You can have music on or off. One of the questions I always get asked when I share this, whether it's on TikTok or on Facebook or anywhere, is I can't do that. I'm claustrophobic. And
Yes.
so I want to say specifically to people who are claustrophobic, one, there's a pretty big space in there, right? Um, you have room at the top where you can just sit up in there, and there's even some more room if you sit up.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you're claustrophobic, you can have the same experience and keep the pod open. You do not have to close the pod. So I want to make
Mm-hmm.
sure that you know that if this is something that you want to do and you feel claustrophobic, you do not have to close the pod. You can absolutely keep it open. Yes, it changes the experience a little bit, but it's doable. And that gives you the opportunity to try it and see, hey, maybe I would still like to do this, but with the pod open. Uh, because either way, you'll still be able to be in a dark room. The pod will just be open. Because once you
Mm-hmm.
get in the pod, the lights are kind of censored, so they'll go off anyway.
Yeah, I also wanted to share, like, for me, because I think, like, I don't know if maybe for you, like, it was more natural, but I was, it was really nice for the lady who was there that day to kind of share, like, not everybody does that well with sitting in a pod for the whole 60 minutes too.
Right.
So for me, like, I sat in there, and like it's like a little hatch, right? So I sat in there and I just like sat for like maybe 5 minutes before, like, I don't have any claustrophobia issues, but I just kind of like sat in there to kind of like get comfortable and like feel myself kind of be buoyant, so I could get comfortable before I closed the hatch. And then the lights, went off, and I got to see kind of a little bit of the ambient lighting and the music. And so it's like one of those things where it's like you can make that experience like what you're comfortable with. And if you want to float for your entire float with the hatch open, or you don't even want to float fully, like you just kind of want to like be a little buoyant and sit in it to get comfortable, like all of those things are possible for you to feel comfortable. And I didn't stay in there for 60 whole minutes either, because I was like stressed. I couldn't like quiet my mind, but I know that's something that happens like over time. But I just wanted to say, like, if you're like 90 minutes, all of this stuff, like, I just wanted to reiterate, like, you can make it what you want to. So
Yeah, exactly. And you can get in, get out. The room that I'm sure different places it's going to be different, but the room that I was in has a nice little bench that you can relax on if you want to wait. They provide you with a towel, but you can take any other things that you want. I take my own shampoo, I take my own toiletries, even though they have those ones available for you. So you can really make the experience whatever it is you want to. If you want to bring your own music or play your own music from your cell phone, I'm sure that you can do that too instead of utilizing what they have. It's just checking whatever facility that you're going to use and uh, finding out what works for you. And I will say, check the facility before you go, okay?
yes, oh
Because
my gosh.
I didn't check. Well, I did check because I'm just that person. So I checked 2 days before I went, 2 or 3 days before I went, and I realized I had to parallel park.
Oh my gosh.
I had to, your girl had to parallel park to go to this
You gonna
place,
make me tell
and
that parallel parking story.
I started
I'm sorry.
freaking out, right? Because I do not like to parallel park. It's not that I cannot parallel park. I just don't like the pressure of when people drive up behind you and they're waiting for you to do this ninja parallel parking. So I was gonna cancel. I was like, I am not going. I cannot parallel park.
Oh my
I'm
god,
just
I
gonna
love you
cancel.
so much.
I know, right? But I'm glad I did not
You did it.
cancel. And I'm glad I did find where I could just drove into the parallel parking on the side road. So I did not park directly in front of the building because that would have required some serious parallel parking. And I just wasn't made for that. So I did have a little bit of anxiety about that beforehand. So that's why I said always look and figure out where the location is that you're going before you go, so that when you show up, you don't have any surprises that's going to take away from your experience. Okay? That's my advice.
I love
and
you.
no, you may not tell that story.
I'm not telling the Barney story,
No,
but maybe
no
one day I will.
You'll never get a Starbucks ever again out of me.
Whatever. Luckily for me, apparently my doggy son buys me Starbucks, so I don't need you anymore. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just joking. Buy me some Starbucks. So in the background, y'all, I did go look up these pictures, and she was talking about Fifth Element, but that is not what the pod looks like. So please don't think that's what the pod looks like. Hey there, it's Mercedes. If you're listening to this podcast, you probably have some pretty big dreams and aspirations. Are you looking to break into your dream job? What about pivot into a new career that aligns with your purpose? Or maybe you want to advance your career as an amazing Black woman. If any of this sounds like you, it's time for us to have a chat. In the show notes, you'll find a link to schedule a quick and free 15-minute career clarity chat with me. During our call, we'll dive deep into your career goals, and I'll share some transformational career advice. If coaching with me could benefit you, we'll discuss that too. If you're feeling uncertain about your career, it can be tough, but it's possible to find clarity and direction. So why not take a step to your breakthrough and schedule your free career clarity chat with me today? The link is awaiting for you in the show notes, love. All right, let's get back to the episode. Okay, so one of the things that I think is funny is that I love water. Like, I love being in water, being around water. Like, it gives me peace and joy. So as soon as I got in that pod, I'm not joking. I don't even know if I told you this because we were just like talking about all the things, but like I cried. Like legit, because it was like so overwhelmingly like peaceful. And like, you know how you kind of get in water and you like want to be carefree, but like you don't want to drown. So that was so nice to just like get into the water and like feel your body like release all tension, because it's like it's just floating. There's no tension on your body.
Tell the people why you were really carefree, because I didn't think I shared that, And
wait, what do you mean?
In the fact how you can dress to get in the pod.
Oh my gosh, I forgot.
I did not share that.
I was like, this was just part of the experience. I totally forgot, because I was like, we should go into what you do in the pod. Like, why is that beneficial? Yeah. So yes, when you go into the pod, you can choose to go in your birthday suit, or you can wear a bathing suit, or I mean, I guess they don't really care if you're like fully clothed as long as you took a shower. But like, anyway. Yeah. So you can get in the pod however you want. I, of course, went with my birthday suit because, like, who wants to feel anything? But, like that's the whole point. Like, I'm not feeling anything, carefree. And when I told y'all.
Yeah.
Sorry, because Mommy was like, I know you went in there without no clothes on.
Well, I didn't see no bathing suit back. So.
No, I already knew I was going there with no clothes on, because I love water. Like, I was not worried about the floating at all. Like, that was not it. But the reason that I had like a little bit of the anxiety and stress going into it and why I couldn't fully relax my brain is because I was worried about like dozing off, or not because of drowning, but because I didn't want to like not hear the sound. So in the pod, you're literally just floating, trying to relax your body, ease your mind, like kind of like you would in meditation, but you really don't have that sensation as much for your body, right? So your body kind of like leaves the process of easing your mind. Like, I guess that's the best way to say it, because it's just floating. It's at complete like relaxation, and then you can kind of clear your mind, which I wasn't able to do, but I got closer. But I love just the free feeling of being like floating in the water, and that's what I really loved about it. And hopefully next time I go, like, I can do a little bit, I don't want to say better, because I was like, that's kind of like, this is work, but like I can ease my mind a little bit more. So
yeah, and I think every time you go, you'll see that it's a lot quicker help for you to get relaxed.
Yeah.
I know for me, when I go in, the first half of it, I have lights on, music on. And then the second half of it, I have lights off, music off. And I think it's because by then I feel like I'm in the state of mind that I really need to be so that I'm able to just, check out. This last time I went, I did wear my aura ring, and we can do an episode sometime about that because I wanted to see if I fell asleep in there. Because sometimes it's hard to tell, if you actually dozed off or took a nap or anything. And unfortunately, I don't think my ring picked up on whether or not I fell asleep, but I'm going to try it again next time though.
Okay. Yeah, and for those who don't know what an Aura ring is, it's like a fitness tracker, but it's just a ring, and it gives like a lot more detailed analytics and results about like your health and fitness, sleep, those types of things, and it's in a ring. So, yeah. Just in case.
Yeah, because a lot of the goals that I'm chasing, Mommy Telanna is chasing, has a lot to do with just doing life better in general. So,
preach.
Yeah. So we'll talk about the ring some other time because I love it.
Yes, we'll have to do like a fitness one. So I know we have like a career one because I had like a career shift that I want to talk about, and then we can do like a health one too because I feel like we are on our health, wellness, and fitness grind right now. Like seriously.
Yes, so true. Yes.
My waist hasn't reflected that yet, but I'm really proud of
it's coming, girl. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's coming. We're going to speak it into existence.
Great. Yeah, no, I'm honestly really proud of myself, and I'm really proud of you too. And we're in it together. And I've seen the benefits already.
Oh, okay. And talking about benefits, so let's talk about the benefits of the pod.
Yeah.
So, now there's all sorts of benefits, right? And of course, I'll just put that disclaimer out there. What works for one person may not work for you. So, so please make sure that even in something as what seems as simple as this, that you might even want to consult with your own physician first, right? Whatever is up to you. But for me, the results was just sheer relaxation. Just being able to be still and to think and meditate. And for me, just being able to, because I before I go in, I try to pray and I try to, ask God to let me hear anything that I need to be hearing that I haven't been able to hear because I've just been out in such a noisy world. So that has been good for me too. And I always make sure when I get out of it, not to just go and jump right in the shower, right? I try to reflect and document if anything came up for me during that time. So that's one of the things for me. The other thing is I have arthritis in my knees, and it's just relaxing. I felt like my body tensions were just gone, and I felt very relaxed and just, it's kind of hard to explain what I felt in my knees per se, but
I can totally.
I can't put it into words. So if you understand, put it into words.
It's like, it's almost like as soon as you get in that water, it's like a release. Yeah. Like it's like everything in your body just like releases. It's almost like when you take a deep breath and you can just kind of feel your body like expand and release. Like that is what it feels like as soon as you hit the water. And that's honestly why I cried, because it just felt so good. Like not a bad cry, like a happy cry.
No, but it feels like I don't want to say like you're letting go.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could put like passing out nicely into a little box, but it
Yeah.
just, you
No, I get
know,
it.
what's those things when I can't even think of the thing now where they do the drop and somebody catches you?
Like a trust fall?
Yeah, one of the trust falls.
Yeah.
It just, there's a part of it that just feels like, as soon as you get in it and you lay out and you like, I don't know, it just magically, like, everything disappears.
Yeah.
Whatever is on the outside of that pod does not exist. And I
Yes.
think that's what I love about it. And I feel like I've only had one really other experience like that one time,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of a weird thing. But when we were moving and we took some things to the dump, and it was so, were you with us? I can't remember, but it was so
Where we drove in
therapeutic.
there and we were throwing it
Yes, and
in.
we were
Yeah.
throwing out like, this
It
is
was.
so
It was
therapeutic.
fun.
Yeah. And
I
so I
remember
think
that.
that this is one of those things too. It's like you just leave everything behind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I
And
also
your
think
body knows it. Your body knows it. And that's the
like
thing.
instantly, like it's amazing. Like
Yes.
I'm telling you, as soon as you hit that water, it's like your body's like poof. And one of the things I was gonna say in relation to that, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, I remember it came back. So it's like, if you've ever heard like trauma informed, like it's not like meditation or stretching, but like those people that tell you how like you hold trauma in your body, like like when you're stressed out and you can feel it all like in your your neck and your upper back and your shoulders, that kind of thing. I think it's so nice to just like be able to ease your mind without all of the stress that you hold in your body from like whether that's existing or because you're going through something or trauma. Like it's so nice to just like have that be released so that you can actually like have your mind be the focus.
Yes.
There's something else I can't remember, but yeah.
And I know that, when you look on the different websites for these, there's a lot of other health benefits that they say that floating helps with. Now, I'm not really going to go into them because um, I haven't researched that scientific evidence for it, right?
You
But
don't
I would
know how
say
you can have like a what is that called? A psychedelic trip in there? You haven't figured that out, Mommy?
no, I don't know because that's not what I'm going for. But if that is for you, it is for you.
I'm really excited for that moment where you have like a very vivid like vision in there because I know sometimes that happens to you. Like I can't wait. It's gonna happen.
Girl,
It's gonna
I don't
happen.
know.
You're gonna be like,
I don't know.
sir,
That'd probably be
you're
a
gonna be like,
2-hour float.
yeah, you're gonna be like, dear God, I only get like one of these per 10 years.
Yeah, that'll probably be a 2-hour float, because of course we've been on this health and wellness, and one of the things too that is sleep. So I've been paying more attention to sleep. I've been paying more attention to when I do have those type of dreams. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm ready. I think you're going to join the rest of us in our prophetic dreaming and visions and whatever else. It's fine. Yeah.
I know. I'll stop denying
your gifts. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Well,
that's
I know. Well, denying the weird ones anyway. Well, I'm just joking.
Oh my God.
The ones I feel are too weird.
Okay, all right. You have too many of us around you for you to still be feeling that way, but it's okay. You got your best friend, you got your daughter, your mama, and your sister. I don't understand how you got here, but I guess oh my gosh, it's because none of us are in the house with you.
Oh.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me go. Okay. So did we talk about everything that we wanted to talk? Oh, okay. What about like after the float? Like how do you feel after you float?
Salty. No, I'm just joking.
Oh my God. So I was getting salty. I was gonna say I didn't have any salt stuck to me.
Oh, wow. Show off.
No, but that's what I was trying, because when you were saying it takes me up, it stays on me for days. I was like, I didn't have any salt on me.
No,
I took a
I
I took
was
a
saying your
shower.
hair. Well, see, normally when I leave there, this time I took a really good shower before I left there.
Oh,
But normally I just rinse off and get my happy behind in my car so I can take a shower at home.
oh,
Uh,
okay.
but no, I think the biggest thing with the salt is if you're using soap and stuff, no, you're not going to have it on you. The biggest thing is the hair,
Okay.
from a perspective of women who have natural hair, or it
I feel
just
like it's
it
just
gets in those coils.
okay. I'm wondering if it's just kind of like your hair texture, because my hair did fine, but also my
um
hair is also used to me like doing that to it.
yeah, and see, mine is like, what is going on?
Okay.
uh
Yeah.
yeah, so that's definitely one thing you
Okay.
want to make sure after you get in that salt, like you shampoo and you do a really good moisturizing conditioner in your hair because of the salt.
I wonder if this is like a low porosity versus high porosity girly problem.
It could be. It could
Because
very well be.
I'm I'm a high porosity girly. We know you're a low porosity girly, and we hate you for it. Um,
Mhm. Uh-huh. Right.
but that could be it, because my hair is just like, I don't know. This is like normal.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Anyway, enough about like hair stuff. What else about your post float feels?
I will say, this not necessarily post float, but one of the things I recommend too is trying it during,
Oh
morning,
yeah.
afternoon, and evening, and seeing which one works best for you. For you, I feel like I would probably be a good floater in the evening. However, the place that I go to is not very close to me, and so I
Mhm.
haven't done any of the evenings, but I feel like if I did go in the evening, I would sleep like a baby. I mean, I sleep pretty good now, but I just feel like if I did that in the evening, because my float place is actually open until 9 o'clock.
Ooh, that's so nice. But you know
Yeah, so
what?
really think about that.
You could, I mean, if you wanted to be super bougie about it, well, one, you can make your somebody in your family come get you, your husband, but you could like do an Uber. You're like, you know what? I definitely want to like have a very nice, like relaxing experience. Like, I'm
Yeah.
going to Uber there, I'm going to Uber back. So it's like no worries. I was also going to say, like, I think it's important as much as it is about the time of day, is it also about kind of like what you have going on around the time? Because so
Oh,
for when we
yeah.
were going on Mother's Day, which was lovely, we kind of lost track at Ulta, which Ulta totally makes sense. I was buying my Fenty. And then like I was so like kind of like stressed in getting there that I feel like that like did hold back some of my like ability to relax, because I was kind of like headstrong. Is that right? Anyway, I was kind of like all over the place when getting there. But once I was there, like it was a little bit easier because I knew I didn't really have anything else to care about afterwards. So I will say, like, don't do this on like a lunch break or something, like do this when you have time to be leisurely, so you don't have the stressors of it all like while you're there, because you won't
Yeah.
have the same experience.
Yeah, and I think after the first time and you know what to expect, you can schedule better. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have a different experience because you go in there with a different mindset of how
That's
you want
true.
to experience it. The first time, like, you're just, there's a level of uncertainty about what's going to happen and how it's going to
Yeah.
happen. And the next time, you begin to look forward to it. But I do agree that anytime we think about self-care, right, we have to make it our own. So you have some people that like to go to nail salons and be in and out, but then you have some people that like that experience, but they want to be really pampered. They really want to enjoy their experience. They want to be served wine or water or whatever. And it's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing with this. yes, there is a method to what you're doing in there, but you still get to create your own experience while you're there with any of your self-care. So I just want to remind you of that too. And you go in there with the mindset of what type of day that you want to have there. And
That's
it's
true.
and ever since that first time of me getting passing anxiety of parallel parking, it's been something great that I have been able to look forward to. Now they do recommend uh doing it at least twice a month. Um, if you work out a lot, they actually recommend doing it weekly, and I can see why, right? That would definitely help with your body.
Yes,
So I
recovery.
actually don't do it as much as I like to, just because of the fact that I don't live really close to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One I want to say this as we close to really just drive in the fact that like it is whatever experience. I told y'all that I love water. I love playing in water. So I was like splashing the water around. Like I was having child moments in there, okay? I
Yeah.
was like inner child. I was like, let me flounder around. Like it was so fun just being weightless. So as much as I did like take time to relax, I was like, look at the water.
Ma'am, here's my little disclaimer, people. She
What?
wants to play like she's finding Nemo. Make sure you're not floundering around so much that you burning your eyes
Oh
out.
my god,
Okay.
yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Yeah, I did not splash my face. Like I splashed like no, don't like do like pool wave splashing, but it's like it's very the way that the like water like the sound of the waters in there
Yeah.
like it's so cool. And the music too, so cool. Yeah.
And
10
they
out of
do
10.
provide you with a
Oh, I
washcloth
forgot.
for your face if
And
you
a
should
little
happen.
floaty thing for your head. I
Yeah, if
forgot
you
about
should
that.
so happen to get salt in your face, in
If
your
you should
eye.
inner child so hard that you splash yourself in the
Yeah.
face.
Clearly that's not me. I follow rules. Follow rules.
I didn't burn my eyes at all. I just want you to know.
Well, I'm glad because you were
I was
driving
very careful. Oh my god.
and we needed those eyes.
We did. And I thankfully did not actually have to parallel park.
No, but you would have been all
Thank
right
you.
if you did because I've traumatized you enough about that. So my own trauma has traumatized you enough about
It
parallel parking.
has. But you know why? It's because little towns with little city halls have little parallel parking
Yeah.
that I had to get used to out here in rural Florida. Woo!
Well, the problem is I never drove in Bermuda. If I would have driven a car in Bermuda, I probably would be a pro. But
Oh my
I
gosh,
never
and
did.
in Bermuda too. That's like probably way worse.
Yes,
Goodness.
exactly. So
Yay. All right,
yes.
mommy. Well, I think we have told the chasers, the
Yeah.
fam, the peeps out there about our Float 8 experience. I loved it so much. 10 out of 10. We'll definitely do that again. Maybe with Brandon in a buddy float. No, just kidding. Are
Weird.
you okay over there?
No,
Whatever.
very weird. Very weird. I
Just
mean,
saying
not that is not
it's okay.
that, y'all are just up in there butt naked. That's not it. It's just I wouldn't want to float with anyone.
I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, but Brandon does want to try it out, so we probably will. But
You know, just makes me think, what if
yeah.
somebody farts in the water?
Yeah, because oh my god, I'm about to call you out too. Because we went out to brunch. We went after lunch and we both had to fart, but apparently mine were like silent and not deadly. Apparently hers did some damage to her pod.
Oh Lord have mercy. Must have been that terrible food at the restaurant that you took me to. But
Oh my
I
god.
won't, next time take me to a better restaurant with better food.
You know what? I'm just that breaks
So
my
hey,
heart.
you stepped in it. So hey,
I did, but
you stepped in it. So I'm like, well,
and you, ma'am,
okay.
sharted in a pod. No, I'm just kidding. She didn't shart.
No.
Oh my god.
No, I
Anyway,
didn't
yeah.
short.
So apparently, I can't eat where the white people eat, and I think that's we can't go to Rollins College and eat there. Apparently,
Yeah,
not.
that was not good.
It
So
was so
that
bad.
was
But we did find
yeah.
it. Well,
The pastries were good.
The pastries were delicious.
The cappuccino was
The
fantastic.
cappuccino
I
was
mean, you
delicious.
can't mess up a cappuccino, can you? Well, I guess
But
you can.
the part that was killing me, Mommy, is like everything was so well cooked. Like it was cooked to perfection.
It was
no seasoning. No seasoning. Nothing was seasoned. I don't even think it has salt and pepper. All right, Chasers. Well, thank you for joining us for this very special episode.
You!
We hope that you really enjoyed it. We hope that you go to a float and like tell us how it was, and we'll float with us and relax your body, free your mind, kind of stuff. Don't take LSD before you go.
No LSD. No weed either. And don't eat a heavy meal. And don't have coffee.
Weed actually might be good. Just like a little bit.
You think?
I think it would.
Oh, I don't know. I guess it relaxes you.
Because you can't. Yeah, because I mean, you can't like.
Oh, well, it's illegal in this state, so don't do it if you're in Florida.
Go to Colorado. Or California.
We are not a weed-friendly state, or actually,
we're
turning into a not-friendly state. So, but anyway,
where are we going? Let's go to Arizona. Are they okay over there? I just like Arizona.
I don't think Arizona's okay.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll figure out where to go.
Okay.
Anywho, until next time, Chaser.
Gotta go.
Wish you the best in chasing your 100 goals. And Mommy has to go, probably because she has to pee. And we'll see you next time.
Toodles. I'm out. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you next time.